the UBS Broadcasting Mall in Alta, Coma, California, the unfinished furniture capital of the world, with Mr. Ernest Twilley, who makes a living off the dead, and Mr. Vincent Price, who scares a lot of people, with the music of Happy Kyne and the Mirth Makers, and me, I'm Jerry Hubbard. Hi, everybody. And now your host, the coast of the coast, Mr. Barth Gimble.
Thank you. Excuse me. Good evening, and welcome again to America Tonight. I'm Barth Gimble, and we've got a show tonight that's just jam-packed with guests, not nearly actually as jam-packed as the green room backstage. I don't think many people actually know this, but we bring out, of course, 4 or 5 guests every night, and they're chosen from about 15 or 20 of what we call possibles that come down to the studio every night as potential guests. Now, a lot of the selecting process is, of course, done at the last minute, sort of seat of the pants type of thing, and it usually falls on my shoulders to make the final decision as to who's on and who gets bumped and who has to go home and see who's on, that kind of thing. Now, I think that's unfair in a way, and because really, why should I be the one making the decision when the show is really for you? I get nothing out of this. I get paid, but whoo, not much. So, I thought we'd go down a list maybe of this week's suggested guests and let your applause determine which of the possibilities is in fact impossible. So, okay, fair enough? All right, we have a dentist. That's it, just a dentist. Okay, good. We have a man who's written a book on how to stay the same weight, and he's looking for a publisher. Is that, okay. We have the Singing Pontoons. They're the Vietnamese refugee choir. They're down here. Okay, great. Good, they come down here every night. I think maybe having them on the show is the best way to get rid of them. So, again, it was up to you, and we've decided. Okay, we have the head of the Save the Redwood Patio Furniture League. That's what I thought. Okay. Barbara Streisand. Great. She's not on the list, but I just thought of it. It's a heck of an idea, and I thought maybe, if one of you know her, know how to get a hold of her, please call her. It'd be great. We have a man whose hands used to make all the cheese recipes on the Kraft Music Hour. Do you remember that on television? Heck of a guy. Okay, we'll have it. And one other guy's kind of an interesting fella. He's a professor of physics at Cal State in El Tio, and he has written a separate educational folk song about every subatomic particle discovered so far. Okay. Well, we told him to call Dick Cavett in the first place, so... We have an out-of-work television actress with very large breasts. Good, we think alike. I knew that. Okay, well, thank you very much for your help, and I think you can see your results of your voting with your hands probably in the days to come, either here on the show, or if we don't use them, they'll probably show up on Tom Snyder, right? How about a real nice guy in a blue jacket? Mr. Jerry Hubbard.
I think I agree with the audience. My favorite is that out-of-work actress you mentioned at the end. Her name happens to be Tiffany. I was talking to her just before the show, and she, it's funny, I promised I'd put in a kind of a word for her. She came up and she said, Jerry, could you get me on the show? I'll do anything. And I said, well, it's not really up to me. And she said, Jerry, I'll do anything. Do you understand? So I said, okay, I'll put on in a word for you under one condition, that you set me up on a blind date with one of your girlfriends or something. Who knows? I may get lucky. They all seem like very interesting guests, though. Some of them sounded boring as heck, but once they get out here and get into their stories,
Well, Jerry, quite honestly, some of the guests are extremely boring, and once we have those boring guests out here, it makes me really appreciate, all of a sudden, you look a lot better sitting here. You know what I mean? It's nice to have you. Moving right along, or actually sideways in this case, it's time for a song by Happy Kyne, done in that style that only Happy Kyne would do, or possibly would love to do. Who knows? Ladies and gentlemen, the music of Mr. Happy Kyne.
this way. I can't survive, I can't stay alive without your love. Oh, baby, don't leave me like this way, no. I can't exist, I surely miss your tender kiss. Don't leave me this way, baby, baby. My heart is full with love and desire for you. Now come on down and do what you gotta do. You started this fire in my soul. Now can't you see it's turning out of control? Come on and satisfy. I can't exist. I'll surely miss your tender kiss. Don't leave me.
That was terrific what Happy did, wasn't it? Little applause never hurt. You know, I'm sure you've all noticed that every time a famous celebrity like Elvis Presley or Bing Crosby checks out of this world and registers in that big motel in the sky, the market is immediately flooded with all kinds of great things to buy about that person. My next guest happens to be the marketing genius behind it all. He's the president of Immortal Manufacturers. His name, Mr. Ernest Twilley.
Wow.
That's it. Take a load off. Mr. Twilley, I guess in your case, you're pretty happy when business is actually dying, right?
Oh, no, Barth. I mean, we don't relish death per se.
Really?
But when a famous person passes on, well, we feel that someone ought to be there to lend a helping hand, you know, to those fans who feel that deep loss and sense of grief.
Okay, how exactly do you help those fans?
Souvenirs, Barth. We sell them anything they want.
Are you the people who put out that that pillow with a picture of Elvis with the rhinestone teeth and the big baked
yes,
eyes?
that was our pillow, the one that plays "Don't Be Cruel" when you sit on it. Yes. You see, you just sit down, and you can actually hear "Don't be cruel to a heart that's true."
Kind of like a musical whoopee cushion. I don't know if you...
Yeah, sort of is.
I hate to say
Real
this.
glad you brought that
yeah,
up.
but I hate to say I find it a bit tasteless. For one thing, Elvis's voice sounded very muffled.
Oh, well. That's just because you're sitting on it. You get much better fidelity if you just stand up and push on his guitar.
Well, Mr. Twilley, the thing I'm kind of curious about is how on earth you get these things out on the market just no sooner than the celebrities passed away, you know?
Oh, well, we do a lot of research. You see, we keep files on who's growing old and who leads a fast life.
Yeah.
And who flies a lot. You see, we're ready with a whole line of products at the drop of a hat.
Like skydiving, that kind of thing, and that's a hobby.
Yes.
Get it ready, I see. So, well, that's great, at the drop of a hat, sort of at the kick of the bucket, too, actually.
But usually, of course, we're ready to hit the market 5 minutes after a celebrity's hit the ground.
Fantastic. That's hardly enough time to really even shed a tear, isn't it?
Oh, well, we're prepared for the tears. We've developed a whole new line.
Oh, you have
Yeah, oh,
these
there
things
they
here?
are,
That's
yes.
what these are, okay.
Yes, you see, now, these are disposable tissues with the face of the beloved celebrity printed right on it like that. Now, here, give me another one. Now, here we are. So you see, you can wipe your tears with the face of the deceased.
Ah. We have this other one.
Yes, and here's another one. Oh, another one of our favorites. You see there's old Elvis.
Yeah.
And of course, every tissue is suitable for framing.
Yes. That's wonderful.
They cause the tears and they wipe them up.
Well, that's one way to look at it. Tonight, in your honor, I'm very proud to announce to the audience here in the studio and to you a complete new line of Barth Gimble remembrances.
can tell from the audience reaction, they're anxious to be able to use some of these, get their hands on some.
Yeah.
What I mean is,
unfortunately, I'm still very much alive. But actually, that shouldn't stop our audience from maybe sending away for some or all of these wonderful things that you have here in the Barth Gimble Memorial. Jerry, can you tell them more about it?
That's right, Barth. Just send $5.95 for your Barth Gimble Memorial Catalog today. Choose from over 100 products, such as the Barth Gimble plastic bust. There's these Barth Gimble playing cards. See, Barth, of course, is the Joker, and his picture on the back of every card. And I think some of them are marked as you would have wanted it. Barth Gimble salt and pepper shakers. We have, of course, the Barth Gimble ashtray for those ashes, not yours, but the cigarettes. And, of course, we have the Barth Gimble fake mustache. So that's $5.95 to Gimble Co. Enterprises West, Post Office Box 78924, Alta, Coma, California, 94991.
Oh, that's good, Jerry. I had no idea my company was part of that. It's actually a great idea. And thank you, Mr. Twilley, very much for remembering me and showing up here on the show. And for you people out there, you know, why wait until I'm late to tell me I'm great? Jerry. We'll be right back after these words.
We'll return to Martin Mull in America Tonight in a moment.
We're back. You know, over the last 20 or 30 years, there have been many, many movies made in Hollywood, and I tell you that because maybe you didn't, but it's true. And my next guest has certainly been in some of them. Please welcome Mr. Vincent Price. What have you been doing? Oh, got some letters from the audience. They all want to know the same thing. Are those your real teeth?
Barth, you know, I've been asked a lot of questions on talk shows, and that caps them all.
That's
oh,
great.
My gosh. Woo. Well, you know, I wondered, I've seen, you know, so many movies where you have those long teeth, and I knew those weren't yours. You'd never get on the Hollywood squares.
Right, Peter Marshall wears those.
Oh, really? His overbite is very big.
Yeah, well, it's overbite, overkill, it's over everything, over hill, over dale. It's good. So,
you know, I've seen you, but I have seen you in so many of the movies. You were in The Fall of the House of Ushers. That was that. In
wonderful.
The House of Wax, which incidentally was not about women soldiers, but it was about people. They poured wax over actually dead people.
Live people.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was live people.
Yeah, there were live people who wore wax over them.
Wow,
yeah.
absolutely.
It was great fun.
How do you feel?
But, you know, you've scared me so many times in those movies, I did want to kind of scare you. Do you scare easy? Does anything scare you?
Not very much.
Nothing?
No, being on this show scares me.
No, well, there's a bat over your head with the face of a man. Look into my eyes, what do you see? Come with me to the mysterious house filled with strange women, the House of Wax. That didn't scare you? None of that scares you?
No.
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 Jerry? Oh, look, Jerry.
So, but what do you think about my potential seriously?
Look at that.
Keep watching me.
Yeah.
There's going to be a little mouse right there, Jerry. You'll be so excited. Maybe you'll get scared yourself. How do you feel about the new wave of all the science fiction movies coming now with the Star Wars and Close Encounters and everything like that? Are you going to be doing some more things in that area?
Well, I hope so. They're mechanizing me for the next picture.
Oh, that's great.
Yes, I go right into orbit.
That's fantastic.
On my own gas.
Well, listen, Vincent, I know you didn't come down here to get bummed out by Jerry. You're here for a very special reason. Mr. Price Price is actually in Alta Coma tonight for the official opening of the Alta Coma, I'm so excited I can't even say it, Alta Coma Museum of Modern Art.
That's right, that's right. I'm here to officiate at the opening of the Alta Coma Museum of Modern Art. I haven't seen the pictures, but I'm sure they're delightful.
Oh,
Are they?
The old Pinto wagon pulled in today, and I was the first one out there. It was like a hatchback, and we pulled them out, and they're great.
They're wonderful.
So I figured maybe the best thing we can go over and take a little look here. Actually, as you know, the museum didn't get the financial aid it needed so desperately, and so the museum's pieces are on loan. In fact, the museum itself is on loan, which is unique for a museum situation. But they're from the personal collections of various residents here in Alta Coma. Let's go have a look.
All right.
Okay?
Over here. Sure.
Walk this way.
Jerry. Okay.
This is the first one. Now, I don't think this is part of it. This
What
is
did
just...
you mean walk that way?
I don't know. I don't even think he wanted to.
You always walk that way?
I don't know what that means.
As you know, Vincent Price is a connoisseur of fine art, and so maybe we can learn something about these
I'm really
paintings
very,
we
very
didn't
eager
know.
to see it, yeah.
Jerry, that's not the painting. You want to take that off?
I know.
Okay. Ooh.
You know, that's a very interesting painting. It really is. I was in the artist studio in Tijuana.
Really?
Yes. He paints them on the wall, and then he cuts them out, and that way he gets windows.
It's incredible. Now, this is actually a toreador, to show you people at home. This is on velvet here. Toreador. That's his elbow. That's, well, I don't know the difference, but you can come...
You can tell it from his elbow.
Yeah, you actually can, but I can't say it from his elbow.
Oh, I see what you mean. Oh, that's cute. That's a bull.
That's a bull and a gentleman, and this kind of reeks of mystery down here. We don't know what that is.
I don't know what that is, and I don't really want to know what that is. Do you? I mean, it's sort of blood and sand.
We have others.
Do you have others?
Yes, certainly.
Good. Don't want anything to happen to this.
You can say that's some dogs, so you can say, go fetch the next picture.
It's a very catchy picture.
What do you think the title of it is? I would say it is, you know, The Dealer Takes Three, or
I think so, something like that. When the
Somebody
chips
should
are
take-
down.
Yeah,
I think.
that's
Okay. You have another back there?
They're playing cards doggy fashion there, which is the same as the people would. It's it. They just kind of...
Animals making people out of themselves.
I have another surprise for you, Vincent.
Oh. It's just me.
It's the Blue Nun. Yeah.
Okay.
Now, this actually is
Gee,
abstract.
it's wonderful, though. You know, Marcel Duchamp did a very famous picture called Nude Descending a Staircase.
That's right.
And when the critics first saw it, they said it was an explosion in a shingle factory.
Really?
And this is an explosion in a spaghetti
In run,
factory.
yeah, I think so. This is thinking a run.
That probably is the worst thing I've ever seen in my life.
It reminds me of the sign that Happy has over his taco and run.
I hope I didn't offend him.
No.
He does have a sign like that, and his motto is one taco coming up. Food to go. Now, wait a second.
Oh, now it's a whole different thing. But you see, now you understand it.
That's a little different.
Oh, of course. Look, I mean, see, here's the
Here's the
rye.
earth. That's
Yeah,
earth
that's
down
earth.
there. Just that little brown dot.
And this is the spaghetti
Yeah.
going up like that. Oh, it's very handsome. It really
Mr. Price,
is. Yes.
are you into sculpture?
Yes,
'Cause
I'm
there's a
into sculpture,
I
yes.
should mention also, in case you wonder, you own something like this, how to put it on the wall at home. You know, you don't want to hang it wrong. I've seen in hotels, you take 4 large lug bolts through all 4 corners. That way, an over-eager guest at your home who really likes art...
Is that why they do that?
That's exactly right.
Move this, get this out of the picture, or the picture out of the picture.
Yeah.
Okay.
There it is.
Now, the sculpture, this will be out in the sculpture garden at the Alta Coma Museum of Modern Art. Rain or shine, we'll have...
This is going to be in front of the museum.
I don't know, but I think it's
You
terrific.
throw balls in there.
I think this is just the artist's comment about some of the minorities in this country not quite having the luck of the others and using the idea of catching the brass ring, you know, as a symbol of good luck. The gentleman has caught the good luck, and I think that's what he's trying
That
to
is
say.
wonderful. You know, I really think art, when it's beautifully expressed like that, you're a poet.
Thank you. It could also be just to throw darts through. I don't know. We'll be right back after these words. Don't go away. Well, that's about all the time we have for tonight. I'd like to thank my guest, Mr. Ernest Twilley, who maybe, who knows, when you kick the bucket, we'll be selling little bow ties that light up. Who can tell? And thanks especially to our wonderful special guest star, Mr. Vincent Price. I think...
Better not make any souvenirs of him, or he will come back to get his residuals.
And we hope to see you all down at the Alta Coma Museum of Modern Art, the grand opening tonight. Apparently, bring an ID. There is wine, okay? And we'll all be down there. It's ties and jackets for the men, and slacks are not permitted for the ladies, okay? See you tonight, 8 o'clock, Alta Coma Museum of Modern Art. Thank you, Happy Kyne. Thank you again, sir.
Thank you.
A real pleasure.
Thank
See you tomorrow night.
Studio audience will receive the following. Classic curves from Dittos, the Feel the Fit Company. Pants to make every woman feel beautiful in sizes 3 to 13 and 8 to 18. And a $25 gift certificate from Lillian Burns catalog. Jewelry, gifts, decor, personalized items, and things from practical to whimsical. And wet your whistle with Lip Quencher, the moisturizing lipstick by Chapstick in 24 wet, wonderful colors.
Join in on the fun as a wild, unpredictable Monty Python comes your way every Monday through Saturday at 11 p.m. Next, our feature, Red Garter.
Also appearing on tonight's show were Robert Casper as Ernest Twilley and a special guest appearance by Mr. Vincent Price. Deposit or return